does the feat this season for Arsenal. Very frank there, Mikel Arteta, when he said Newcastle worked 10 times as hard as us. Forget tactics and quality for a minute. That's quite a damning statement, Wrighty, isn't it?
Well, it is, and you can see how disappointed he is. And again, it comes down to knowing the situation you're going into. Everybody knew. They know exactly what to expect. And coming off of a poor defeat the game before, and like Al said, you get to play a game that you are still in control of in respect of the result. If you get the right result, you put the pressure on, and they didn't do it. So that's a massive worry for him. Like I say, that's probably why he sent them out at half-time. You know, tried to give them a rocket to let them understand, get yourselves going. But in no department did Arsenal get themselves going. No one played well enough to actually cause Newcastle any problems. And in the end, it was a procession for Newcastle. It was very easy. And that's worrying because there was so much at stake.
He looks shell-shocked, Alan, doesn't he, Mikel Arteta?
I think he is, because when you've got so close to getting your hands on something very special, and that's what Arsenal would have had, was something very special in getting into the Champions League. I said beforehand, he might have been in for manager of the season if he had got that squad, because I don't think it's a very good squad. So to have even been in with a chance, they deserve a bit of credit. But when you get that close, and your last two performances are two of the biggest performances that you need of your life to get in there, because you've put yourself in that position. Now, come on, let's go and kick on. It's the two of the worst performances of the season that they've churned out, and that's why he's shell-shocked, because in two big stadiums, in front of two big crowds, in front of huge audiences all around the country, his team have not performed at all. In fact, it's been pretty embarrassing for him in the last two games, and that's why he's shell-shocked.
Does that come down to individual mentality and strength, then?
It has to, yeah, because you can see that Mikel is very intense. I thought that his interview after the Tottenham game is protecting the players and not shining a light on how bad they were, because he could have picked out a few players in the Tottenham game as well. And I think coming off of the back of that, he maybe expected a little bit more from them, because he did protect them a bit, I thought. And you know, I thought some of the questions were, you know, it went on a bit long there, but you could just see that he looked a bit shocked, a little bit shell-shocked. He's probably going to have a lot of thinking to do in respects of certain players and how I'm going to move forward now, because, like you say, whatever we say about how young the squad are, and I still think they overachieved. We all know they overachieved, but they got there. So then what happens is, mentally, individually and collectively, you're supposed to come together and put in two better performances. And then if you then come short, then you just think, well, they just came short because of for this reason or that reason, but not for effort and drive and trying at a time when you've done well to get yourself in a position at this stage of the season. You go out with two performances like that. He's got every right to be very, very disappointed with what he's seen tonight.
I think, and also in terms of how it affects Arsenal going forward, well, it does, because you're talking about a different calibre player who you want to bring into your football club. Arsenal need a top-class centre-forward. There's no doubt about that. Now, it would have been a lot easier to attract one of those playing Champions League football than it is playing every single Thursday night or every other Thursday night in the Europa League. So that makes it difficult for them as well.
These are all factors, aren't they?
Yeah, all factors. And when you look at that squad with no European football and you see how stretched it is, he's got a lot of work to do in the summer. You know, so I think Al's right. If they got to Champions League, then they probably start shopping in a very good market, because they're going to need to, and then you have to get the backing, because then what the squad will have shown is that we need better players with us, because we can get to this far, but we need better players to continue on the journey. But what they've shown is that they're not good enough at this level, so they need to be where they are now. They need to bolt on a couple more players, and then, like I keep saying, learn from the experience of this season and hopefully benefit from that next season.
But a more important point, how good were Newcastle?
You're out of order, Al. You're out of order.
They were magnificent.
You've asked and answered the same question. You had to have the final word. Come on, just shake hands. Give us a hug.
I love you, Al.
Give us a hug.
Well done. I'm pleased with Newcastle, Al.
Honestly. It's like refereeing a boxing match with these two sometimes. What a 24 hours for Tottenham, not for Arsenal. In their hands. See you soon.